I'm Florian Preisig. I taught a first-year experience with Chad Pritchard from geology and with Michael Conlin from history. Our series had to do with underground journeys and also the exploration of the human psyche. And the common book that we used was Journey to the Center of the Earth by Jules Verne. I'm a professor of French, and I also often teach honors. Of course, when you teach a first-year experience, you have your specific academic goals for the class, but you also have all these broader goals that have been defined by the first-year experience committee. And my assessment of this class is that my syllabus was extremely well thought of, I thought. It was very tight, very specific. It was very front-loaded. And maybe that was a mistake. My idea was to give them tools in the first 3 weeks that they could use later in essays and class conversations. And unfortunately, because my class was so front-loaded, I did not really connect with the students in the first 3 weeks. And I realized, like on week 3 or 4, that I didn't know all of their names, which is untypical of me. And I also realized that I had never heard the voice of 1 or 2 of the students, which is really bad for a first-year experience. So I turned it around. So based on my experience with this class, my advice to people who are going to teach first-year experience in the future would be to make your syllabus very flexible, very adaptable. Also, I recommend to find a way to connect with the students right away on week 1 and week 2 with activities that may not be tightly connected with your academic goals, but we need activities that help us connect with the students, get to know them better. The best part of this class for me was obviously working with the students was amazing. It was a small group. I think I really brought something to many of them. I really liked, obviously, working on a subject of my choosing. But I think the most exciting thing about this class was to work with other people. I worked with my partners for the series. I shared a lot with them, and I think we've become friends, and we're going to remain friends for many years, and it's very good. I worked with the advisor. I had many contacts with the advisor for this class. And I participated in workshops, and I exchanged many ideas on pedagogy with all these people, and I think it was very beneficial for me and for the students. What surprised me about teaching this class, well, first of all, when I did a round of introductions, I realized that most of the students were on a STEM track or looking for a professional career like dental hygiene, physical therapy, these sorts of things. And I'm more used to interacting with students interested in literature and languages. So it was a bit of a reality check for me of what Eastern is about. Also, that was an eye-opener for me about what the typical American student fresh out of high school is like. Because in my French classes, we work on skills that don't necessarily depend on what they've learned in high school. And in my honors class, of course, I work with a group of students that have been selected to be in honors. So this was a bit of a new experience for me. There was a huge diversity in abilities in this class, abilities and motivations. Some students were amazing. They were very engaged, very talented. Some students had very little motivation. I thought that this class being in the first quarter of their college experience, they would be motivated, they would come to class, but actually some stopped coming to class pretty quickly. Some were very shy, some didn't want to talk, some didn't know how to write in formal English. It was sometimes difficult to adjust my teaching and serve all the students. But it also made it interesting for me, and I think I've learned a lot teaching this class, and I'm happy I'm going to be teaching it again next year.
Thank you.